Hello, so today I will be discussing the fast fashion industry. I want to start with a question. Are your shopping habits contributing to the global environmental crisis? Hi, my name is Natalia Okamura, and today I will be discussing the fast fashion industry and the threats it has on the environment. I've researched this topic in depth, and I'm excited to share my findings with you all. So in this presentation, I will be talking about the environmental threats posed by the fast fashion industry, boycotting to eliminate the industry, and how to shop sustainably. So let's first talk about the problem. So the fast fashion industry is extremely dangerous to the environment, and according to India Horner, it is the second largest polluter. And it's about 80 billion garments are being produced and consumed a year, a very large percentage of which will end up in the trash by the end of the year. It's also responsible for about 10% of global carbon emissions. So the industry is really threatening forest life. And according to Sustain Your Style, severe depletion of the rainforest is being caused because the fast fashion industry relies on a lot of wood-based materials such as rayon, and this is causing mass extinctions. And the industry is also extremely water intensive. It's using a lot of water to produce very little. So about 700 gallons of water are needed to produce a single t-shirt, and 2,000 gallons are needed to produce a single pair of jeans. So this industry is really doing damage to a lot of aspects of the environment, including ecosystems. According to Sustain Your Style, the destruction of ecosystems is really prevalent because of the deforestation, as well as indigenous communities are losing their homes, and this is happening a lot in Indonesia. So according to Fashion Revolution, the fast fashion industry is also causing mass extinctions. About 1 million species are at risk for going extinct, and that's both animal and plant species. So let's talk about the solution. So boycotting the fast fashion industry to eliminate it. Fast fashion is extremely wasteful, so what happens if we stop buying it? If we just stop buying fast fashion, we can reduce our carbon emissions. And this is because fast fashion requires a lot of transportation, which then contributes to carbon emissions. So if we just stop buying it, it's less clothing that's having to be shipped over here. It's also going to produce less waste according to the natural edition, since if we're not buying it, then it won't be ending up in the landfills. So how will boycotting help? According to Be Kind magazine, boycotting is going to help because this means we won't be giving the industry our money, and money is what really drives the industry and why it's so successful. So Jasmine Mayhead had a really great quote, and she said, "The way we use our money reflects the type of world we want to live in." So, and what she meant by this was, as long as there's financial demand for fast fashion, there will never be a change. A common argument that arises is, but fast fashion is so affordable. And yes, this is true, but you have to take in consideration why this is true. So quality, ethicality, water consumption, wages, those are all reasons you have to take into consideration when thinking about why fast fashion is able to be so cheap. So fast fashion usually produces very low quality pieces. It's not ethically sourced and it's not ethically made. It's using tons and tons of water, and the people making the clothing are not being paid fair wages. Also, you have to also keep in mind that sustainable doesn't always mean expensive. So let's visualize the future. What our futures can look like. So on the left, there is an untouched forest and really clean water. And then on the right, there is some deforestation happening, and this river is polluted with chemicals and clothing dyes. So if we continue on the path that we're on, our forests and our waterways will all look like what they do on the right. So let's take action. Take action by shopping sustainably. Here are some steps that you can take to shopping sustainably. You can buy less clothes. If you don't need it, then just don't buy it. Do your research on what brands are sustainable and which ones are not, and shop from the ones that are sustainable. You can also shop secondhand, and also don't throw away your clothes. Try to donate it or repurpose it. Throwing it away should be your last option. Here are some resources for you. On the left are some sustainable clothing companies, and on the right, there are some videos about the fast fashion industry. So let's wrap this up. To recap everything in this presentation, I went over the environmental impacts, including deforestation, water overconsumption, ecosystem destruction, and mass extinction. I also went over a solution, which would be boycotting the industry to eliminate it. And so this just means avoiding fast fashion altogether, because as long as there's a demand, there will be no change. And how you can help, you can take action by shopping sustainably. This includes buying less, doing your research, and shopping secondhand. So again, ask yourself, are your shopping habits contributing to the global environmental crisis? And if you answer yes, then please consider incorporating some sustainable shopping into your shopping habits. And then these are my references.